Hi guys, Gosselin here, and this is update 3 of honoring our heroes, Canadian heroes, future, present, and past. Said that backwards. So here it is. Here's my quad tractor as at the moment. As you can see, I did some continued my scratch building. I boxed in my my engine radiator, and I had to do a lot of chopping up. This was crazy. You know, scratch building is a wonderful medium to use with model building, but you know, it's kind of like going through a minefield. Yes, you can go through a minefield, but it could be a problem along the way, and scratch building can be like that. Luckily it all came through. What I did is I took the radiator and I trimmed it. I just made a block out of it, and then I just started building styrene blocks right around it and trying to just box the whole thing in. I've been using a lot of reference pictures of what the real thing looks like, and that's all it is. It's just a box with a radiator, and then there's the front grill that goes up front to prevent debris from putting holes in the radiator. I kind of did I didn't measure very well. In fact, I kind of eyeballed the whole thing, which is not very good. I should have used a protractor and did some measurements, because now I'm finding myself I have to kind of shim everything because nothing is even. I'm trying to square it off, because what's going to happen is this piece is going to come over something like that, and everything's got to be nice and tight, and trying to make sure there's no gaps. So far so good. So I'm not going to complain. It's going to work. I have no problems with that. And this is just popping everything up. Everything comes apart. What else did I do? I worked on the winch. I didn't notice it until later, but there's a piece here, and I wasn't too sure what it was. I thought maybe it was a winch, and I started looking at pictures, and I noticed that all the restored quad tractors that I see, they have the rollers in the front and the back, but I never see any kind of like cables or anything. So I did more research, and yes, indeed, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It comes with a winch pulley, and I'll take pictures so you can get close-ups at the end of the video. But it's got the winch, and I wound it up, and I got my cable running all the way through, and these are the back system. You probably can't see it, but I used some aluminum tubing to make the rollers, and unfortunately I cut my cable too short, and I just a little bit of the cable comes through here. I was hoping to kind of loop it around this piece, this roller, and have it kind of like just hanging, but next time, I guess. The winch was a real pain. I usually don't get all worked up building a model, but this one drove me bonkers. What happened was I put the whole winch system, I glued everything together, so like I had to like thread the wire through all the axles and all the things and keep it nice and tight, and it was like sewing. It was a pain. And then the actual cable that I'm using, it's like a bead wire. I don't really like it. It's flexible, but it's not like wire where it leaves its shape, it leaves a bend. I probably should have got some nylon thread or something. That way it was at least workable. So I had to do a lot of different things just to get it all worked out. It passes. It passes muster, so I'm okay with it. There'll be another one, I'm sure, someday down the road. And I probably should have this like roller piece here. The ends, they actually didn't. It was too short, the stock piece. So I'm like, I didn't realize this until after the fact. And that's because you gotta dry fit things, and you know what? I say that all the time. I make these tutorial videos of them that say dry fit, and it's true. You gotta dry fit and think ahead. And I didn't. I was so focused on the winch. So because that was I could have easily fixed it. I could have just used some tubing here and then just got another smaller piece of tubing and stuck it in, and it would have fit. So now I got like a little gap, and it's very fragile, very fragile. I gotta reinforce it with some more fine liquid cement, but it'll be okay. It's not a big deal. Yeah, so there's that. What else is going on? I am going to be using some netting. I went to my hobby shop today and I was looking for some generic photo etch mesh. I've seen Cohen C. He's shown it on his videos. He has like this generic photo etch. I don't know if it's Edward or somebody makes it, but it's just a generic mesh with different sizes. And couldn't find any, so I might have to make an order and get some. But in the meantime, I'm just going to use some of this stuff. It's I'm pretty sure it must be from an old Tamiya kit, like the like that Recon half-track with the anti-grenade screen. This is like the old vintage stuff, but you know, it's screen and it does the job, I guess. So I'm just going to be using that for the front here and stick it in something like that, and it'll be fine. It's okay. And yeah, put that in, cut it in, drop it in, and what I'm going to do is get some stripping. My stripping is going to be on the edge here, and I'll leave a little bit of a lip hanging out so I can stick the netting in, and that should work out okay. So I'm going to keep my fingers crossed and see what happens. So there's that. Yeah, and yeah, I know, kid, I've done a lot of scratch building on this kit. I'm going to do more too. Here's the front bumper, and I'm going to completely scratch build it. I already got my channel piece, and I measured it, and this is going to be the replacement. And I got some rod. I'm going to use a rod for a cross piece here, and some stripping here, and I already picked up some where are they? I got some bolts from CMK Checkmasters, and I'm going to use those bolts for the bumper. Yeah, that universal carrier, I'm kind of done with rivets, homemade rivets for a long time, so I don't mind buying this stuff, and that'll be okay for me. So I'll probably work on this tomorrow, and hopefully it comes out. This should be pretty basic. After doing something like this, this is going to be a cake. And then working on this thing with the winch, this should be a lot easier. Because this one, oh my god, I'm glad nobody was home today when I was threading this. I just drove me bonkers. But I super glued the hell out of it, so all in here I just dumped super glue. And so it's not going to unwind. It did that a few times when I was trying to start the beginning. Yeah, I used a few choice words. But I usually don't get upset with models like that, but that was as annoying as making indie link tracks. I think indie link tracks are a lot easier than winding up a wire. Okay, so that's about it. I made a lot of progress since the last video, but that's the thing with scratch building. It's going to slow you down. That's one of the hang-ups with it, and that and your own ambition can be a limitation. But yeah, that's okay. It's all part of the challenge. So hopefully next week, what's going on? I have actually got vacation. I'm an educator, and we get the whole week of Thanksgiving off, which is kind of cool. I'm not going to complain. So actually I do have plenty of time to make models, and maybe I'll do another update before Thanksgiving. So alright. One update too is in I think in part 1 I mentioned something like the kit came with a lot of parts. Yes, it does come with a lot of parts. And I actually counted all the pieces. It comes to approximately 180 parts, and probably half a dozen are extras. So yeah, it's almost 200, but that's still a lot. I mean, this is still a pretty technical kit. for its age period, the age in which it was built. So it's kind of neat. So yeah, it's coming along. Try not to stress out over it. We shouldn't stress over model building. It really shouldn't be that way. It's supposed to be fun. And yeah, I got something to show you guys. This is something I keep with me. I've mentioned it on videos before, but I finally got it out. But like when I'm having crazy stressful model building days, I return to this. And it's just a definition of the word hobby, according to Merriam-Webster. So it's just a pursuit outside one's regular occupation, engaged in especially for relaxation. Relaxation. Sometimes it doesn't feel like relaxation. Oh, you find me someone who can do indie links and be relaxed. And I'll point to you probably a liar. I don't know. Actually, that's a good question. I want to see what is the most stressful part of model building. For me, indie links probably are right up there. And threading your winch. Alright, I got nothing else to say. This is a short video, and hopefully I'll have another one up maybe in a day or two, and I'll have a lot more constructed. So you guys model on, be safe, have fun, don't get stressed, because this is a hobby of relaxation. Alright, so you guys, be cool, and I'll see you again sometime later. Bye. Hi guys, so here we are. We're going to be working on the front bumper right here, and I already got my channel piece that's going to go here. So now I'm going to be working on these strippings, and that's a little tricky because I got a round bar here, and somehow we got to wrap this strap around. So we're going to do a little heat forming, and heat forming is a scratch building tool that's been around for a long time. Boiling water and wrapping the plastic around a shape that will not, like wood, for example, or hard plastic that won't melt with boiling water. It's in all the model building, scratch building books. So here we go. Here's the strap. I didn't really worry about measurements because I can trim those at the end. As long as I have more than I need, that's great. And then I just took my wire or my rod and I wrapped it around just like this. And I haven't trimmed the rod to size yet. I just made a general piece. I'll trim it later. And I just took my stripping, wrapped it, and then I just pinched it with my pinching things. And what we're going to do is drop this in some hot boiling water for about approximately 10 seconds and pull it out, see what happens. Yeah, you don't want to boil it for too long, but because what might happen too is it might fuse, because this is thin plastic. This is really thin. It might fuse. I'm a little concerned, so I'm going to put it in for about 10 seconds, pull it out, see what happens. And this should melt really quick, very quick. There's another method you could do too. This one's a little trickier, but you can just put your wire rod in a clamp, wrap your piece around, and you can just take a lighter and heat up the rod. I think it's less efficient than the boiling water method because usually you end up snapping probably a couple pieces because the flash point, or the time in which the rod heats up, it melts the plastic. So it's kind of a primitive form of heat forming, but it does work. I've done it a few times when I didn't have boiling water available. So yeah, alright, so you hold on in just a second, and I'm going to go heat up some water and heat form these strippings. Alright, we'll be back in just a second. Bye. Alright guys, well that was a successful water boiling heat forming project. Pretty simple, and it all came out. So here's my rod and my pieces. It looks sort of like cotter pins. So I'm just going to stick them in. And it's not working. Hey, you're not cooperating, buddy. Alright, there we go. So here they are. They look something like that. And this is the main piece right here. So I'm pretty impressed with how they came out. And they look a lot more accurate to the real thing, because these pieces, if you look at it, this is a solid piece of plastic. And the real ones were actually just strips of iron or steel that were just wrapped around and bolted to the bumper. So looks pretty good. So yeah, can't complain at all about it. And I got plenty of extra space to do my trimming, so that's going to be good. Alright, so what I'll probably do now is get all my parts together and get ready for assembly. And probably have a little live build and a little waffle to go with it. And there it is. Alright, let me reposition the camera. Hi guys. Alright, I didn't do too much with the bumper. All I did was I added the roller piece and the bracket where the those kind of like angled D-rings are going to go onto the bumper. So here's the actual kit, and it's going to go something like that. And what I need to do is I want to let the glue cure for all these little bits, because I got to do some filing and I got to do a little bit of putty work. The return roller wasn't that exciting. I used the stock piece anyway, but looks like it got beat up a little bit, but that's okay, because maybe it hit a rock or a tree or whatever, so it's a little dented, and I got to trim this off later on. So I'm just going to put all that stuff to the side, and here's my radiator all boxed in. I put in some putty because I had to had a few layers of styrene, so I just want to kind of get that stratification out. So that's what I'm going to do. I thought I'd have more to assemble, but I don't. So all I'm going to do is just do a little sanding and a little talking. Let's see, do I got time to do that? I think I do. Yeah, so this video, one of my biggest concerns was I mentioned boiling water and heating up metal. So my only concern is I may have some young people watching this video, and I think maybe it would be a good idea if you're a young person that you do not do these techniques unsupervised. I think you need to be with an adult or have an adult help you. I personally think a young person, really young, really should be working on snap kits and basic modeling skills. You can do all this stuff later on, because you're going to get hurt and something's going to happen, and I don't think I would sleep very well if I found out someone got hurt. I mean, I have no control as to what people do with the video. I mean, they watch it, but I think for the most part most people are probably adults, though there's probably a few young people, but nobody that young. So that's my little safety spiel about that. So again, I'm talking and building at the same time, and I'm not really a fan of it. It's okay, but I feel like I've got split personality, because I'm talking to the camera and I'm trying to work on the model, and I'm not sure which end is going to suffer. So yeah, this is a pretty interesting scratch building project. When I originally heard of the Honor Our Heroes group build and I found this model kit, I figured I'd just have a few minor things to work on, but this has turned into a major scratch building project. I'm not going to complain. I've really enjoyed putting this together so far, albeit it's a little bit on the slow side. So I'm very excited. Like last night I had to let this stuff just sort of sit for curing, and I really just wanted to keep on building because I really got a nice groove going. So it's nice that I got this week off so I can continue working. And my goal is by the end of the week I really want to have this whole grill front end thing done, primered, and moving on to other things. So I have to I'm not going to scratch build anything on the interior, and I'm not going to have the doors open at all. I may have one of the hatches on the top opened up, but this is just becoming time consuming, and I do have other builds I got to do. But I will be scratch building the tire rack for the spare tire, and also on the rear of these quad tractors they had gas can racks or jerry racks where like a single can could sit behind the rear wheel underneath the bumper. And I don't know if this kit, it has the rack, but I don't know if a real 1/35 jerry can will actually fit in there, so I may scratch build that part too, depending on how I feel. So that'll be it for the scratch building. And after that though, I mean, once I get the cab on, prime it, paint it, you know, it's all old hat. It'll be a matter of just loose ends, maybe a few seams, a little bit of filler, primer, painting and weathering. Oh yeah, I also forgot about my wheels. The wheels are not the highlight of this kit. I'm not overly excited about the wheels. The wheels are nice, the actual rubber wheels are good, but the installation is terrible. It's definitely a 1970s model kit with respects to that engineering. There's nothing to glue the wheel on. The hubs, the way they designed it, the molding is awful, and everything is wavy where I need to join my pieces. So I have to kind of fill it, or maybe put in some styrene to create a matching surface where I can glue. The only saving grace is that I have there's wires I can stick through the axles, which according to the instructions that's what they intend you to do. They're very small holes, so I'll shove something in there, and I'm going to rig some kind of thing in the hub or the rim so that I got a nice straight wheel. That's what I'm kind of concerned about right now is if I put the wheels on as per instructions, I'm pretty sure there's going to be no alignment with the wheels. They're all going to be cockeyed, and that'll be disappointing. So yeah, a lot of work. So what else did I want to talk about? I saw Norm Lajoie's update number 2 for his LAV3. I thought it was a Grizzly, but he's corrected me, so now I feel better. That's coming along really well, and I really like the Star Wars type listing of all the known entries for the group build. And I was amazed at how incredibly long the list was. That's pretty neat. It's very excited. There's a couple people on there I don't know anything about them, so I need to go check out their channels and see what they're doing. And yeah, actually I have to thank Norm. I did thank him, I think, because he was talking about the Black Dog accessories, and I kind of made a joke, hey, you know, do they have any Black Dog accessories for my quad tractor? And he said to go look it up, and I thought he was just joking, you know, being funny, but actually he gave me a link to the catalog for Black Dog, and they do have some accessories for the truck. Not the quad tractor, but the actual truck piece, which is cool because some of that stuff I could actually use, but not for this build. Maybe for something else. We'll see what happens. Alright, I think this is sanded pretty good as far as that grit. Now, one of the things I don't do is I need to, because one of these three is a smaller grit. I gotta take a pencil, here's this one, take a pen or something and write the grit numbers on them, because they're all the same shade, but they have a different grit. So, yeah, that's looking very nice. Yeah, I'm not gonna complain with this. Yeah, so, what else can I talk about? I've been watching a few other group build, not group builds, but entries into the Honor Our Heroes Canadian, Honor Our Canadian Heroes. Cohen's been cranking on some video on his Leopard, and Chris and Alex Modeling are working on their project. I haven't watched as many of their videos as I'd like. Seems like a lot of us, our community is getting bigger, and there's a lot of stuff to see. And if you're like me, I have other things I gotta do. So now I have to be kind of judicious with my time when watching the videos, which it's okay, because like when I have time to watch TV or YouTube, I have plenty of stuff to watch, so that's all good. Also, what else have I been doing? Darren Shank's having the Secret Santa, and I decided to plug in on that, so I'll give that a shout out. I want to make something, but yeah, he's doing the Secret Santa, so if you haven't heard of it yet, go check out Darren Shank. It's DERONSHANK, and I think it's a good thing. It helps, it builds the community, even makes it much stronger. You get to meet people, and you get to give a gift to somebody else, which is a beautiful thing. I think when someone is sincere, it is a beautiful thing to give a gift. And you have no idea what the impact of that gift can possibly be. You know, really make someone's day. So go check out Darren Shank, Secret Santa situation. And I think he's, I think it's December 1st, he extended the deadline for submitting your interest. So you got another week to do that. Yeah. And I guess it's been a lot of, as a community, you know, we all deal with all the things that are going on in our lives, not just our model building life, but our lives as a human being, as a family member. And I know Cohen just put up a video about primitive modeling. Chris, I think I'm subscribed to him. I've watched a few of his videos. I don't really know him as well as other people in our community, but I guess he's going through something. And so that's one. And then there's Freddie, or Fernando Duarte, I don't know. Apparently there's been a lot of talk about him. I guess he's going through some serious medical things. I don't know if he's hospitalized at the moment, he could be, I don't know. But again, I don't know him super well, but I do watch his videos from time to time, and that's a real bummer, you know, because I think for a lot of us, we love what we do. I see it in the videos, the way we talk, the way we devote time to the hobby. I think it was last year, one of the guys in my area in Denver, he was losing his vision, and he could no longer build models, so he was selling a lot of the stuff, tools and models, to all the local IPMS clubs in the Colorado area. And yeah, this is a real bummer, because you know, that's something that we all have to face at one point or another, is how long will our bodies allow us to build models. So we should take care of ourselves, health and safety and all that kind of stuff, because you never know when it might end, you know. I hope to be, there's a guy in my club, he's about 80 something, and he's been building models since he was a kid, and I don't know, hopefully I can keep on building when I'm 80 years old. I'm not too sure, but we'll see what happens. That'd be kind of cool. I wonder what model building will be like. Well, yeah. Way back, I don't know when that'd be, 2060, 2055, something like that. I hope the world is still a safe place at that point. A lot of things can change in one's generation, but we hope for the best. Alright, so I sanded it. I'm happy with it. I'll probably just wash it later on. So here we go, all done. So let's go up topside and final comments. Alright, so it's been a little bit of a waffle and a little bit of the journey as seen by me in my quad tractor. So there it is. And again, I got the week off, so hopefully I can have more done, and maybe by the time I got another video, this thing will have some wheels on it and all that jazz. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this has been quite a build, and really, I'm still excited about it. I'm very excited, and yes, the relaxation. It is relaxing. Model building is relaxing. It's just sometimes we got to anchor ourselves on what is reasonable, and I suffer from that, because I can, my zeal or my ambition to push myself, got to keep that in check sometimes, and that's where there can be real danger for me, is yeah, then I kind of set my standards too high. But I just take baby steps, you know, baby steps, like that movie What About Bob with Bill Murray. Yeah, so quad tractor, and it's awesome. So I'm putting that down and saying good night. And then I gotta do a little bit of sanding on my old Me-28. This sucker, wow, it's turned into a, it's not a lemon, it's close, very close to being a lemon. It's a dragon. A dragon does things to their models. Why? At least the early version. This is a 1990s kit, so crazy stuff. Oh well, it's all part of the journey, and this journey is going to come to an end at the moment. So you guys take care, and I'll see you again sometime. Bye.